Morning, guys. How are we this morning? I hope everyone's well. It's 10th of January, about 9 minutes on my chart before the market opens. Where are we now? Let's have a look. Okay, we got him this morning. Morning, Roger. Morning, Wood. Keith. How are you all doing this morning? Okay, so we've got this news. Oh, hold on a minute. The news has already happened. Okay. Or it's happening now, is it? You might need to enlighten me that one. He's speaking now, isn't he? So I don't think the market's possibly a bit of a reaction there, but morning, Albert. Morning, leading loser. How are you doing this morning? He's done, is he? Okay, so nothing major. I'm assuming it's what was expected, is it? I've got to say, I was just looking at the markets earlier on, and I was just doing a little bit of searching around at news and stuff, and inflation's starting to come down in the UK. I know things like, I was answering the question there. I know things like natural gas and oil, the prices are coming down. So I did a little bit of fishing around, and obviously, I don't know, it's probably the same everywhere in the UK, but obviously the supply companies buy their electric and natural gas in advance, 3 months in advance. Well, the news I got today was that energy bills will be coming down by about 25% in April, and about 40 to 45% lower than they are now in June. So that's good news. So I believe inflation's likely to drop pretty. I heard rumours of inflation dropping in the UK. It's been around about 10% to about 5%. So we seem to be on the sort of, we seem to be slowly moving back down to something a little bit more stable, because obviously at 10%, inflation at 10%, you can't sustain that for long, really. You've got poor families who are going to be suffering. It's just tough. Excuse me just 1 second. Yeah, so what I was sort of gathering is that inflation's starting to drop in the UK. So I'm assuming the US and most of the places will work along the same lines. So, yeah, definitely. That's good news. That should sort of stimulate the markets a little bit. Having said that, yesterday, now, where I finished trading yesterday, we were up here somewhere around about here, and then the market ended up doing it's up here a couple of times and ended up doing a complete U-turn, and we ended up closing lower than when we opened. And if you look on the daily, we've got a nice big bearish pin bar here. Obviously, I think it's likely that we're going to be, obviously we've been in this range, haven't we? And we've had a bit of a breakout this range, and it's likely to come back into this range. So I think it's more likely than not that we are going to come down again today. Now, whether we have a couple of pushes up first, it's hard to say, but we've had this strong push down. We've had a couple of pushes up. So I think it's more likely than not that we may get some downwards movement today. So at the moment, we're sort of in this range. So if we can get up to the top of this range and find something, maybe a nice setup or something, I'd certainly feel more comfortable about going short, put it that way. I believe it's probably question time now. He's said his bit anyway, I think, and usually people get the gist of it by that. I watched him a few times, but I've just been doing some other things this morning. But just by what he said, nothing's really happened. I think what did he start speaking around about 2 o'clock? Nothing really happened. And usually, after his initial speech, I think that tends to do what it's going to do to the markets. And I don't know, they may flutter a little bit as he continues to answer questions, but I don't think it's a major issue. There's nothing I can see on there that's making me any, nervous at all. But so we just trade there. There is a possible failure there, but obviously the EMA is pointing up at the moment, so I'm a bit less inclined to go short there, just there. But I think it's possibly likely. I think it's more likely than not that we're going to move down today. But that's just my sort of guesstimate or whatever you want to call it. But as we've had this push down, this is the 10,000 tick chart. We've pushed down. We've hardly come back to the EMA. We have here once, and we've come back again. So I don't know. I think we may have another second leg down at some point. But that's just what I'm seeing at the moment. Okay. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Nicholas, how you doing? Albert, hello. His whole speech has already been published. Okay, so usually it's just questions and answers, isn't it? But the if anything was going to happen, it's happened. I think that was around 2:00, so there might have been a little bit of a spike and a drop, but it's nothing really. It went up, came down, so there's no issues. Okay. So we just traded as we see it today. So, Philip, how you doing? Sam, good morning. Dream Trades, good morning. So, excuse me, let me just try and clear my chest a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, maybe we are getting a push down here, but I don't like the way it's still finished on that EMA. It's probably a little bit. I don't really want to get into a trade just yet. I think market's opening in just over a minute. So, okay, we opened. We had a push up. So we're ranging at the moment. Let's see what happens. We don't really need these on here, I don't think. So, Julian, morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Something else I wanted to mention. There has been, a bit of an offer this morning. I got an email last night from Apex. 50% off resets. So if you're in an evaluation, or you've just failed an evaluation, or you're planning on failing an evaluation, there are 50% off resets. I think resets are $80, I think. So that takes them down to $40. So it's something, isn't it? I'd certainly say, now I haven't looked on my chart, US news. Any of you guys know, have we got any sort of holidays this month? Any bank holidays for you guys in the US? I usually print out a calendar from the CME group, which tells me, but I haven't done yet this year. So, how long do you think a good time to aim to complete evaluation account is? Well, you can do it in 7 days. It depends on the individual. Some people like to get it out of the way quick. Some people like to take their time. So it's hard to say, really. It's more of an individual thing. Now, a successful trader I know is a Canadian futures trader. He seems to do really well. He's very successful, and he likes to get them out of the way quite quickly. Now, if I do a 50,000 evaluation, I trade, okay, market's open, I trade 2 contracts at a time, I do. But that's my personal thing. But it depends on you, really. If you want to try and speed things up a bit, you can, maybe do a little bit more, or maybe do 2, or if you want to, some people just go really slowly. So it's an individual thing. But be aware, if you do take longer than a month, they will charge you for a second month. So it's more of an individual thing there, really. I think everyone's a bit different. You think next Monday there might be something. Yeah, okay. Diary of a Futures Trader. Oh, you're a new face. Welcome. Philip, I think next Monday there's something. Yeah. Morning, Brant. How are you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's an individual thing, really. Some people like to really take the time. Some people like to speak. It's an individual thing, really. If it's your first, I would say probably stick to one contract. Get a feel for it. Give it a try. Okay, I kind of like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's have a look. Oh dear. Perhaps I jumped the gun a bit there. Let's have a look if we can get a lower high. Oh, I'm going to get stopped down. Oh dear. Well, that wasn't a good start, was it? Okay. Okay, I think I rushed that a little bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, I did. I picked the top there. That was a bad idea. Okay. Bad trade. Okay. See, I'm thinking, let's have a look. Okay. Bad start. Very bad start. We've only really finished here once, so I think I probably should have left that. Okay, it happens. No point worrying about it. Let's take a time to get back to normal. Okay. Now I'd say that is a failed breakout. No. Let's see if we can get something that pulls us back in. In fact, let's just leave it for now and take a breath. Take a breather. Take a breather. Yeah, I jumped in a bit too keen there. Just a bit too keen. Maybe measured move up. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit too keen. $927. Yeah, okay, it happens. You're going to make rash decisions. That was a bit of a rash decision. Let's have a drink. Yeah. Yeah, I should have waited. I should know better. I've gone on that much about trying to pick tops. Let's have a look. Just wondering whether we're... let's have a look up here, see if there's any type of... There's a bit of resistance up here. Let's have a look. That's quite a strong push-up, that is. It's quite a strong push-up. It's been a bit of an uptrend. I was hoping for a failed second entry. See, at the moment, because we pushed down, we pushed up, we pushed down, I'm thinking, at the moment, range, obviously we've broken out, so let's see if we end up coming back in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just the way it came up here and finished nice and bearish. I thought, there we go, that's back in, but it ain't necessarily so. Okay, I've got to say the losses aren't affecting me as much as they used to be. So that's on the positive side. I feel quite okay about that. It's just we had a new low here and we had a second entry short. We're not really confirmed yet. We sort of we opened here, we had a little push up, we came back and a push up again, tried again, so I'm thinking range at the moment. And that low is lower than that low, so we had a second entry short. I thought that was there, but well, it happens. Okay. You're going to lose trades from time to time. I think I've come to the conclusion now. I can clearly trade, and I can clearly make money, but I still am going to make mistakes from time to time, so I've just got to take them on the chin. So they don't affect me as much as they've done. We do have to accept the losses. It's part and parcel of it. It just comes along with it, doesn't it? So I feel quite fine, actually. Not a major issue. It just means I'll just be a little bit more careful the next time round, or extra careful. Yeah, it's funny. I drew that little bit of resistance there, and it's literally touched it and bounced straight back down. So it just goes to show sometimes these, even back the previous day, these areas can sort of still, about up, can still act as a place where these things can move back down. But obviously, if I took that, I'd be doing exactly the same thing I did with that. So, you'll have my accent always reminds me of Martin Freeman. Okay, let's see what happens here. Now we're likely to go back up and retest this. I think it's where I've drawn that there, in fact. I think I'm going to wait for a higher low there, because there isn't really. We've come back to the, maybe we sort of have bounced off it. See, it's where I like a trade, and at the end of the day, it's taking a long at the key entry point, isn't it? So, just necessarily, let's have a look. No, it's not really a setup as such, is it? But it is right off the key entry point, and if we're looking here now, it's clearly respecting the bottoms of this. So, perhaps it's a good place to go long. It's hard to say, isn't it? But you'd have certainly got something out of it. Let's have a look. Yeah, you'd have got 2 points out of that. But it might be an area where we come back down. It's hard to say at the moment. Okay, let's see what happens here. Kind of don't like the look of going along there, to be honest with you. Does look like it may. Okay, so we've had a break out of it, okay? So let's see what happens. Yeah, that's definitely a break. 2 legs down. Let's see if we can break below here and then get a push back up. Then I think that's worth a long then. But I want that to break down. If it doesn't break below there, then I kind of like the fact we've had 2 legs down. I think it's worth riding up to these highs. I just wasn't quite expecting. Mind you, we've had that big bearish pin bar on the daily. So quite often it'll pull back a little bit, even if it's going short. So no, I don't like that at the moment. I want that to break lower. Okay, we've had a new low. I need that to break lower for me to go long here. Just too risky otherwise. Now, that is a failure. So it could be on its way down by the looks of that. Certainly looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm not too confident about going along at the moment. Let's have a quick look at this. Push up, pull back. Certainly looks like it's coming down, doesn't it? Just don't like the way we've had that break. But the way the daily is looking, I'm sort of thinking down, but we haven't had a new high from it. Doesn't mean we're definitely going to, but the trouble is, we've had a break, expect a new high. Down channel, we've had a break, expect a new low. So it's just it's really hard to know what to do here. You would think. No, I'm just going to stay out of this at the minute. It's just the way we've had this trend down. Yeah, it does look like it's coming down, doesn't it? I'm just wary about retesting here again. So going short here is just a little bit risky, I think. Especially as we've had that rejection. It's getting a little bit choppy, a little bit of... I think it's certainly trying to make a new high, isn't it? But we've got a new low here. It's not... It's certainly rejected, but it's not rejected enough to get me to think about going long here. Let's see if we can get a failure. Okay, so we've made a new low, trying to go essentially. Let's see if we can push up. I'm just still a bit nervous about it, I am. It's getting a little bit congested. Might be some shorts trapped there, so actually, if I buy this, this is a failure. If it goes above there, that's a failure. It certainly looks like we're going to try and test these highs. If we can break above here, that's, I'm thinking, I just want to try and get back in the green a bit. Okay, that's a failure. Failed second entry short. Oh dear. Right, I got trapped there. There was a break. Now I've just misread that. I badly misread that. Right, okay, let's just reassess here. We've had this push up, we've had a break. I'm expecting a new high. The market's got other ideas, so it had a break out of that range. Right, so I got trapped there. That's why it's gone down strongly. I did think of that. Wow, look at that. Down nearly $900 already. That's not a good start, is it? Yeah, I got trapped there. I think this just made me a bit... I should have left that alone. I should have left that alone. Silly boy. Very silly boy. I think we're likely to have a good strong push down. I think by the looks of things, it's tried to get up. Silly boy. That was silly, that was. It was a failure, but it's a trap. See, this trader's obviously thinking we're going to make a new high. Okay. Let's get back to... Let's calm down. Let's calm down. That's a real shame, that. I was aware of this, that it might possibly be a break. But I thought there would be some shorts in there, and I thought if we can get above there and there, it might go up. Because this, it's if you look, it's respecting this, isn't it? Even here. But it's just got a bit choppy here. I think that's where the problem lies. I got trapped, unfortunately, on the wrong end of it. Okay, it is what it is. There's no point in stressing about it. Well, 2 losses. It's been a while since I've had 2 losses in a row. Okay, it is what it is. There's no point in worrying about it. I feel okay, actually. It's going to happen. Yeah. Thought there'd be some shorts there, which triggered them. Yeah, double trap. It is looking a little bit messy here, isn't it? So I'm going to have to pay more attention when it gets a little bit messy like that, just to stay out of it. Okay, so we've had a break and a new low. Let's see if we can get a second entry short, maybe, back into this range. The daily's sort of looking bearish, so we'll have to see what happens. Let's see if this ends up being something of it. I don't know if that's right. I'm just randomly. Let's see what happens here. Push up, break, push up. We can break above here and come down. I'm hoping then we tried to push up here and it's failed and we push strongly down. Let's see if we're going to retest this. Yeah. But the fact that we had, yeah, Steve, I know what you're saying. The fact that we had this downtrend as well and a break of it, I think in hindsight, I should have left it alone thinking, okay, so it might be the break and retest to this, and it might be the break and retest to this. So it's just, I think sometimes it's just these little things where they went sideways just, I think, cause a little bit of confusion. So lesson learned. Yeah, it had broken, but it tried to go higher once, tried to go higher twice, tried to go 3 times. Sometimes after then it'll fail, and it clearly fell big style, didn't it? I should have been aware of that one. It's all right. I'm still in a learning curve. It's going to happen from time to time. Drink. $39.05. Yeah. Okay. Choppy galore, yeah. I think after that first trade, I should have waited there. Kind of hoping we start to work our way down strongly, because that's sort of. If you look at the daily, we had a big strong push up rejection, and we've had another push up this morning. And what's happened? It's now starting to push. Sorry, I don't know what I'm looking at. Let's try again. We've had this big push up and rejection, bearish pin bar. We've had another push up this morning, a pullback this morning. So if that fails, then I'm expecting it to move down again. So okay, so we've got a new high. Trying to go on, trying to go size. Yeah, it's a little bit chippy choppy here for sure at the moment. So it could possibly still try and make a new high. It's hard to say. Excuse me, it looks like it's trying to, doesn't it? So why do I fade the breakout again of this channel? Respecting it. It's hard to say. See if it does end up making a new high. Ah, dear me. Okay, we've had a break of this channel on a new high. Certainly trying to push up. There's a lower high there. If we can push below the EMA, it's really trying to break that. It's really trying to take that new high, I've got to say. Okay, that's a second entry long, that is. See if we can get anybody trapped here. Okay, that's triggered. There's probably going to be some shorts there. There's some shorts there as well. I think if it breaks that one on that one, then I think it'll hit a new high quite quickly. Okay. See if we can get a lower high, higher low. Push down strongly, that has. Okay, so we've had this new high. See if we can get a lower high. If this finishes bearish. Doesn't look like it's going to. No, really trying to go up. Right, that is a second entry short. Second entry short. Or is it? Oh no, that's not higher than that. Oh, no, balls. I thought that was lower than that. This could be the most disastrous day ever. Oh dear me, I'm right in the shit. I need to rely on some severe luck here. Christ. Oh my Christ. Oh my Christ. That's terrible. Oh my dear. Oh my dear. Oh my dear. Oh dear me. Yeah, there is. Look at that now. Look. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave things alone, I think. Oh, God bless. Yeah, this is very choppy, isn't it? I don't know what was I thinking there. I'm gonna have to leave alone a minute, I think. Yeah, the ATR is high. Yeah, I know what you're saying. What? Yeah, worst day ever. That. Well, that matches my best day ever. Look at this. Yeah, it's choppy as hell, that, isn't it? Yeah, I think you're right, Jack. Yeah, it's not very clear, is it? You got shafted, did you? Yeah, you're going to be really careful, haven't you? It's really trying to break this high, isn't it? Ay, 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 ay. Oh, that's tempting, isn't it? It's just too choppy, though, isn't it? You just don't know what's going to happen to you. God, if you'd have got in that, you'd be crapping yourself about now. Oh, wouldn't let me in. Oh, no, 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 no. Quite glad that kicked me out. Very glad that kicked me out. Mind you, there is a second entry short there. No, it's just too risky. Yeah, I need to stay away from this. Sit back, take your time. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Yeah, he is chatting. He's speaking at the moment, isn't he? Yeah. God, look at that. Okay, there's the new high. Right, I'm just wondering, whatever he's saying, is it sounding pretty good, is it? Oh, he's done speaking, is he? Okay. Okay, maybe we're going to have a bullish day. Maybe we're going to have a bullish. Let's have a look at this. Look up 2 legs up. Okay, he's done speaking. Let's see if we can find something to take us along. I think there would probably be some shorts trapped there. It's actually triggered. No, I don't tend to do that. I have done it before. I had it set quite low. The trouble is, I was in a trade and it triggered. It cut it out before hitting my stop, and it went short in the end. And it would have made it, so I ended up losing the account. But I did consider taking a long above here. I thought there'd be some trap there. It's just too messy, too risky at the moment. I'm gonna have to wait something super glorious before I get back in. Looks like we're having 2 legs up. I can get something back here with a decent entry. Yeah, I think I'm still thinking bullish at the moment, just the way it's pushing up. So we've had a bit of an overshoot here, haven't we? See what happens when we get down to this area here. See if we can get something to push us up to make this second leg. We've come down to where that first leg finished. See if we can get a higher low. You're super bearish. I'm thinking this other leg up, I am. One leg up, two legs up, that's what I'm thinking. Just check there's nothing bigger overall. I don't think there is. It's possible. Yeah, of course, yeah. It is possible, isn't it? I'd only take it if it pushed above this. So we've had this bit of an overshoot and the same this side, so it may just come careering down. Okay, we've had a break and a new low. Let's see what happens here. Certainly got a bullish flavour to it, isn't it? That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so we've had a break and a new low. Let's see if we can get above this EMA. Something positive. So it's a possible failure, that is. See what happens if it breaks below. Just back out and have a look at this. Okay, even if we adjusted that, that's just not right, is it? It's definitely a break, if anything, isn't it? Clearly seem to have an upward bias. We've had two pushes up. We haven't made a second leg. Now, whether we will or not, it's hard to say. We've pushed up to the EMA, we've pushed above it, but we're sort of doing a little bit of sideways. It's just, you could go up or down, you just don't know. I mean, we may end up be doing something like this. It's just hard to say, isn't it? One push down. Perhaps this is another push down. It's hard to say. Okay, let's just get rid of that for now. So, let's say we've had a break. Okay, new low. If that breaks above here, it's going to, is it? No, my feelings. clearly not in the mood to do that, is it? One push up, two push up. Something's not right about that. Nah, it's just not looking. That's not looking right. I'd say we've got more chance of being in a range. So like, yeah, it's just something's not right about that. Yeah, that's done more than that, hasn't it? I drew that and thought there's a possibility it could do that. Certainly has, hasn't it? Oh, if you'd have got in here, look, 20 points, 15 points, 13 points, or whatever. Push up. Oh. There wasn't really a setup there anyway, was there? Look at that. Well, there wasn't a setup on my chart anyway. Yeah, it's definitely some form of a range day, that's for certain, isn't it? I mean, you could. It's just risky, I think, going along there. I think that was a range of some sort. Certainly seems to be some resistance here. It doesn't look like that's going to stop it though. If we can get a push up to here, then I'll be interested in taking a short then, maybe. Let's see what happens. Okay, see if we can find a short around here somewhere. Like it's going to get there, does it? Yeah, don't blame you, but I don't blame me. Excuse me. Yeah, see you tomorrow, but take it easy, bud. Yeah, it's not even going to get there, is it? Let's see if we can get. See, we've had a little bit of a range here. So if we can break above it, general rule is you fade the range. And I kind of like we've had a break and a couple of pushes up. If we can get a decent setup here, then we may be able to run it down a bit. But I'm going to have to get closer than that. Let's get an order ready. It is a second entry short as well if it does work. Let's see. I want this red bar to break higher than the green one though. That's part of the stipulation. There we go. So if this comes down nicely, then I think I like where it is. Definitely something I want to get into, that's for certain. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. I definitely like that. That's a second entry short. We've had a break, 2 pushes up. I definitely like this. I love where it's finished. Hopefully, we can get back some red. Yeah, it's a second entry short. See what happens. Okay, I don't like the way that's... Okay, let's have a look. As long as it doesn't break higher, that could be a lower high if it breaks below there, so I'll be okay with that, I think. It's not playing ball, is it? See, that normally would be a beautiful setup. See if this comes down bearish. Okay, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. No, something just... I think that's a lovely setup, and if I think it breaks below, it's probably going to come down nicely, but I just... Okay. Oh, come on, you donkey. Okay. Okay, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Let's have a look. There may be some longs there. I think if we can get down below here, I think we're okay. If I lose this trade, I think that's it for me for the day. But I think it's okay. I think if we get below here and here, I think then I expect it to move down nicely. Then so it'd be nice to just fingers crossed. Need to get below here though. Come on, get down. Trying to give it a little bit of room to breathe. Take me out. Come on. Down you go. I think if it pushed down a bit more, I think it'll be okay. Just trying to give it room to breathe because I think I could get some decent points out of this. Okay, I was expecting a good strong move down there. It is a little bit congested, but I do like that short setup. And that was yeah, I think that's okay. Certainly a lot better off there. Is it going to push down more? Possibly. I think I got out at the right time there. What did I get there? Let's have a look. 6 points. Okay, I'm all right with that. I am expecting it to come down a bit lower, but I just rather guarantee the 6 points. So that's okay. So that's much manageable. Uh, yeah, I was pretty sure after it got below here, especially after this, I'm just looking on the daily as well. See, that's definitely indicating me we're coming down. We've had this range, we've had a break out of it. I am expecting it to come back into it, so I am thinking short. So whether it'll come back up here, but I am expecting some more movement down. So at least that's much better anyway. So we got $600 back, so that's a good point. So I do like those. I've mentioned many times before, I love those. That was a second entry short. It didn't trigger until it came below here anyway, and after that one as well, we pushed up and rejected it, and it was finished below. I just thought it was worth the risk because there may be some longs trapped in there, see? And then it came down nice and strongly then. So I could have come out here, but I think it was just worth waiting just a little bit longer. Let's see if, okay, this could, that doesn't look too bad actually. I kind of like that. Let's see what happens, see if we can get a little bit more back. So there's still room to the bottoms. We've had two pushes up and then a big strong move down. We've come down nice and strongly. So let's see if there's another setup here. Just the way the daily's looking. How do I get the weather on my taskbar? No idea. Not a clue. It's just there. I don't know what it is. It was just there. I don't know. It's quite mild here today, considering we're in January in the UK. 13 degrees is bloody warm. Yeah, I think I came out at the right time there. I think, didn't I? Where did I come out here? Yeah, that's good actually. That was a good choice. That was. What did it go? It went a further 3 points. I've got to say. Let's see if we can get something else here. As it closes, that to me is a hidden second entry short. Now, whether it'll come short or not, who knows? Doesn't seem to want to. Yeah, mate. Okay, so we've had a break out of that channel, if it is a channel indeed. Yeah, it certainly looks. Pull down. Yeah, it's definitely a channel, isn't it? That is. So this could be a break out of it. So if we can get there a lower high and then come down a bit lower, I think I'll be okay with that. Let's see what happens. Okay, there's a first entry. If we can break a bit higher maybe and come down on the next bar. I'm definitely thinking bearish at the moment. I just like the way the daily's looking. Okay, it has broken higher that. Let's see if that will come down and give us a second entry short. So we've broken out of that little channel. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so we've had a break and a new high. Let's see if we can push that so we can get a lower high. A little bit of congestion. We had the same here, but if we can get through it and get a decent setup, then I'm thinking we're still going to go short. Okay, a little bit of a range there. Let's see if we do push down. See if we come back after we've broken this range. We've got a little bit of support along here, see, so we may do. Let's have a look. Okay. See if we bounce off here, push back, and give us a lower high, in which case then I'll go short. So could call this a triple test. Not a massive fan of triple test though. Okay, that's finished to the nearest tick. See what happens. So if we can push down and give us a lower high. Doesn't look like it wants to stop, does it? Just going to get rid of that in a minute. So this could really just be ranging, to be honest with you. Down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, it looks like we're ranging. I thought we may end up getting a somewhat of a move down. I think the market's got other ideas. Two pushes up, followed by a bearish bar. It's just risky going short there because it could go higher. If we're ranging, you just don't know. I'll just randomly put this here just to see if it does bounce off it. But that's triggered actually. But it's just risky. That is. It's a 15 tick, so tick above, tick below. That's like it's a 4-point risk. Through the EMA, yeah. Yeah, if you did go short there, you'd be shitting yourself right about now, wouldn't you? You'd be dribbling. Just going to switch my mic off just for a couple of minutes. I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break. Okay, high's back. Right, let's find out what's going on here. Yeah, it's okay. So we've. Yeah, it's definitely rangy, isn't it? See what it makes of this midline here. I take my time, get another nice trade, even 4 points. I'm be quite happy going home on minus $300 today, considering I was minus up $1,300. I'm going to say that didn't affect me nowhere near as much as I thought. I thought I'd be a gibbering mess, but I was quite surprised. I think because I'm realising now. I mean, that was 3 losing trades. That's the worst I've had for a long while. The first one was just careless. I've got to just keep myself focused on keeping, looking for them nice trades, and I've probably just gotten a bit too confident, a bit too confident, a bit too keen, and not thinking clearly, and I think that's what caused that. What was the second one I went into? I went long there, didn't I? I just got trapped there. Okay. After it did this, to be honest with you, because usually I'm pretty good, and if something looks a bit naff like that, I'm usually good at keeping out. But the trouble is with me, I got that focused on thinking we were going to push higher, and we had a sort of a low, and it was a failure which triggered. But obviously, with all this sort of mess, I think to probably a longer time skilled trader, there was probably some signs there that things weren't or what they seemed. So okay, so that was a lesson learned. That one. Did I think there was a short there? I don't know what I did there, but that's. I mean, where did I take it here? It's clearly congested, isn't it? So there's 3 absolute balls ups. Okay, I redeemed myself and got nearly half of it back. So I just got to put this down to just rushing, a little bit too keen, a little bit too confident, rushing in when I should have been aware of the news we were having, and that things might be a little bit choppy. So I just need to get back to basics. Just think about waiting for good quality setups. In fact, trying to be a bit, assuming things. Coming from the bottom of the range, yeah. See, if we adjust this a bit, it kind of fits nice there, doesn't it? In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do, because let me just get rid of this a minute. There's some resistance there. It's starting to get a bit clear now. Okay, so this touched here nicely, touched here nicely, touched here nicely. This, I'd say, is an overshoot, and that probably caused this. We often get it the other side, so I think it kind of fits. If I look at this, fits nice there. It fits to the nearest tick there, and it's actually sort of sits there nice as well. So I'd say that is probably the range. Overshoot. Usually when you get one end, you get it the other, and we had 2 sort of pushes up. So that caused that. So that would make sense to me. That fits nice. So yeah, I'd say this is definitely a range day at the moment. So that's a little bit more clearer anyway. So at least I've got a better idea what's going on. You have the same range, yeah. It makes sense to me. If you look at that there, that closes perfect. So does it does to both of those. And if I drag this over here as well, I bet it's pretty close. Yesterday's as well. Yeah, look at that. It's the body there. It's just, that makes perfect sense really, doesn't it? Even if you go back there, that overshoot. And obviously a couple of pushes up, an overshoot here, and then back in, pull back in there, pushed up, bounces off exactly the same place. So that makes things a bit clearer then, doesn't it? Okay, so that makes things a little bit easier to figure out what's going to happen next. So we've clearly got this range up here. Starts here, touches here, nice, touches here, nice. Fits in the top pretty good. See if we can get down to, have a break and get down to the middle. If we can get down to around about here, then I don't think it's going to, is it? But if it can get down to around about here, then I'll consider going along there, especially off this mid-range. as we've come down, yeah, we've sort of bounced off the mid-range, haven't we? Okay, let's see what happens. See if we can get down a little bit. Flag building on the 1 minute chart. Well, if we can get down to here, second entry long, then I'll consider going bullish and moving up. Whether we do or not, I don't know. This is also, looks like it's starting to be a little bit sideways, which I kind of like as well, because then when it does fall out the bottom, usually you fade the breakout. Well, if we do come down to here, that's where I want to go long anyway. So going long after this breaker trend and fading the range and coming off this midline, if it does come down here, that will be a perfect place to go long then, and I expect then to get close to the top here. So I kind of like sometimes when it breaks and comes out into a little bit of sideways, because then when we fade the breakout, that's one reason to get into the trade. The fact that we've broken a trend and come down to the EMA, that's another way to get to go long. So if we can get down here somewhere, I'm happy with that. Done at 8 my time. Way to come back. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Cheers, Artie. Okay, hopefully we can drop out of here, because this is clearly a range. Get out the bottom here and then push back in and up for a new high. And then I kind of like trying to follow up then. Get back to the EMA. No, I don't think it's going to get back here. You're long, are you? There's nothing to tempt me, really. It's just the fact that it's a little bit too far away from the EMA. Mind you, on this occasion, it doesn't seem like it's going to make a difference, but see if it comes back into this range. It might reject it. It might want to push up a little bit more stronger than that. Sometimes when it only breaks by a tick or two, when we've had something quite strong in a range, quite often it'll come back and try again. If this ends up bearish, see, and then comes down to the EMA and gives us something bullish, I fancy a long then, see. It'll give us then a target of the shorts. If it does finish short, it might not. Yeah, I know we're near the top of the range. I want something to come back to here first before I take it long. And if it comes back to here, I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 points potentially to get up to the range. But the only way I'm going to take it, see how it's faded that. I'm just thinking there may be some shorts in there. And if it can come back to the EMA, so that's a break. It is a new high, but it's not what I would call a really strong, convincing new high. So if we can get a couple of pushes down and something bullish. See, at the moment, it's come down to the bottom of this range. I do expect it to get to the top. So I do think I think it's probably likely going to go higher. But obviously I need it. I don't know what that is. Random cross. I do expect it to get towards the top of the range. But the only way I'll go long there is if it comes back to here. We've had this bit of a range here. It's gone a little bit sideways and it has broken out of it. Most breakouts fail, so it looks like it's trying to come back in. And if it fails at the bottom, then I'm keen to go long then, because although we haven't had a break a new high, it's not a convincing new high. It can go up to here, see, so if we can get a couple of pushes down to the bottom of the range, then we'll see. Excuse me. Okay, let's see if we can get a second entry long off here. That's not a convincing high to me. Okay, so the breakout, we've had a failed breakout and it's come back in. Let's see what happens there. Let's see if we can get a little bit lower. EMA is still pointing nicely upwards. Yeah, second entry long, fell second entry short. Either or, really. It does look like we are trying to push higher. I do expect it to come towards the top of the range. And I think if we can get an order down here, coming in around about the midline, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, there's 9 points potentially. Even if I can get 4 of them, I'll be a happy man, especially after today's start. Okay, so we've faded the breakout. We've come back into the range. Let's see what happens. I mean, it could tank down here. I don't think it will. Okay, I do like the fact that it is rejecting it. I want to come below here. I want to come down quite a bit further before I continue think about going along from there. Ideally, I'd like to come out the range a little bit. Risky, I think that is. If that can close further down here, that's a failed second entry long, so there may be some shorts getting into that. So let's see if it triggers below here, comes below here, and triggers it. If it ends up bearish, then triggers it and comes down below and ends up bullish. I'm going to put my order above there, above where the stop's going to be, rather than and take it above. It might not even happen. It is getting congested, but if I can get the right setup down here, I'm expecting it up here, see? Yeah, you could have taken that. It's just not quite close enough for me. As we've broken out, I like it to come a little bit further down here. Just thinking, is there going to be some shorts in there? I think it's quite likely there is if it ends up bearish. Yeah, I think that was risky, that one. And I was going up about 5 points, but okay, so we had a break, and that's a clear new high, although I still think we're likely to come to the top of the range. So second entry long, did you? I looked at it, I just don't like the way it's standing right off the bottom. It wouldn't surprise me if it ticked it and came down to the bottom of this range. I really want to take longs when they come out at the bottom of the range and then jump back in. So we got a new low there. We haven't quite got a new low there, but see if this looks bullish. There's probably likely going to be some shorts trapped there. Trouble is, I gotta make this next one count. So, still holding prices. Let's see, let's have another wider look. Still holding prices. Could say that's possibly a failure. We got a new low. Trying low once, trying low twice, a failure. I just think it's risky though. At least 2 bars. Yeah, it often is. You'll always find they're different slightly. All you've got to do is trade your own. And it might be the fact that I'm probably 10, 12 seconds ahead of you anyway, or behind you. Yeah, you're seeing me I think about 10 seconds behind what you're seeing on your chart. I am still thinking we're going to come to the top here, and the fact that we've come down and we've still bounced off the EMA. EMA is still pointing up. I still like the prices to get up here. Yeah, I don't quite know why they do it. It's not like anything you do or say is monitored, and it needs to be monitored before it airs live, so I don't know why they do it. You can change something in the latency. I'm not exactly sure what it does. Whether it makes a difference or not, I don't know. So we are still moving up. Lag indicator. You know about this? Didn't realise I had a lag indicator. Never heard of a lag indicator. On the way it's sitting there nicely. Let's bring that down to there. Okay, I like that. Touch nice there. Body close there, body close there. Let's see if we can get a long off here. 0.2. Yeah, I do sometimes. It was really low yesterday. Sometimes it's a bit higher. Okay. See if if we can get a second entry long closing up here. Just get one order ready. I want it to push off strong if it's going to. I don't know why it's closed below. I am still expecting it to hit this high. I just think that's slightly risky. And it is a failure, that is. So if that triggers below here, that's triggered a failure. So see what happens. It's just, to me, it looks like it's still trying to get higher and higher. So I could drop it back here and just take a very small point risk and see if it goes up. I try and not do that if I can help it, but no, I'm just going to leave it. Sometimes if it drops below and it manages to come down to here, sometimes I'll go, oh, I'll risk a point, I'll just drop it in there, and if it does push up. But it does seem like it's trying to get higher. Certainly not dropping down in a hurry, is it? See if that drops below that, because if it does, I dare say there's definitely going to be some longs there. Just struggling to go down. Yeah, it's just a bit risky at the moment. It has triggered. I think it's probably likely it's going to come higher, but yeah, see if I'd have got in down here, let me just get rid of that a minute. That's what I mean. Sometimes I'll just drop it in just for the fun of it and just say I'll risk a point. So if I got in down here, I've had 2.5 points already. 2 points, not 2.5 points already. And I will have risked 1.75. So sometimes it's, useful to do that. If you strongly think that that's going to go up, a lot of cases it will retrace right back down to here. And sometimes, as it's already triggered, it might be worth the risk. In this case, it's worked. I am expecting it to go higher up here because it's clearly, it's rejecting, isn't it? It's pushed down, rejected, pushed down, rejected, pushed down, rejected, pushed down strongly, rejected strongly. So I am getting that impression it is, buyers are trying to push it up. It was way better on your chart. You took the second entry long year. That's the trouble. You've just got to take it as it is. Which why sometimes if it does come down to a point, then sometimes I think, yeah, I'll risk a point and just grab it here. Even if it goes back up to here, the good thing about coming in here as well is if that's, what's that, low high 15, so it's 3 points. Even if you're coming halfway, all you've got to do is make it back to in. You've made a point and a half already, so even just maybe for a quick point or two. But it's not strongly trying to go down. If you look here, it's bouncing off here. It's clearly trying to push higher, so I definitely favour this, I do. Trouble is, it was just a little bit... If that had finished on its high there, then I'd have gone along there, I think. But okay, so we have had a break, and we made a new high, trying to go once, trying to go twice. Sometimes when it tries a couple of times, it'll fail, but I just getting that feeling that prices are going to continue up to here. It's beside the ATR. Here. It's not an indicator though, is it? Just shows you what the lag is. I've had it higher than that sometimes. I've asked that question before about the lag. Everyone I've asked said, don't worry about it. Sometimes it's been like that. Yesterday it was 0.018 or something, but yeah, prices are rejecting off this bottom, which is telling me it's telling me it's more likely going to come up here. See, I think if as we've had this, I bet a lot of people would have faded that. Some would have taken points. Some, I think, if we can push above here, then I think that it's likely it's going to come to the top of this range. But that's just a prediction. I'm going to sit this mess out. Yeah, I'm just sitting watching at the moment. I'm not getting involved in it at the moment. Just predicting where I think it'll go. Excuse me. Not exactly sure what it is. I mean, I've always known it's there. I have asked the question. I said my lag is showing whatever it is to people like Mac and Marco and Daniel, and they've always said, don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't exactly know what it is. I'm assuming, is it lag, the data, or what? I don't quite know. You just got rid of it from your chart. Yeah. Anybody know exactly what it means? Lagging what? Is that lagging down? I don't know. I'll just be guessing. Okay. Possible second entry long. Possible failure. It's just risky, isn't it? Whenever we have a strong push up and sideways, it usually does end up by another push up. So second entry short. Trouble is, you're shorting right in the middle of the range. The EMA is still sort of moving upwards. Well, there you go. Now, would you fade this? It is a second entry long. The rule is you fade the breakout, don't you? I am expecting it to come to the top, so I'm going to fade this if I get a decent enough bar, see what happens. That ain't going to happen. Oh, so that's you more likely get slippage, is that what you mean then? Sometimes it's like this. Yesterday it was really low. Okay, new high, try to go once, try to go twice. Possible failure. I just don't like the way that it's really holding price, which is telling me that it's more likely to make another trip up. See if any shorts get in that. See how that finishes. See if it triggers and then pushes up. See a tick or two lower than that, which it could be on someone's chart. That might attract some shorts. Taking the failure. So see if that triggers below there. I think I may go long above this if that. Okay, I kind of like the fact that that's triggered. Now it might come careering down, but if it doesn't, let's get long ready. There's probably going to be some short strap. Let's see what happens. I want it up here, so that's the trouble. It's 11 ticks now. Kind of hope it does come careering down, actually. Glad that happened. This will be interesting. I still don't think we've finished moving higher yet. Get an order ready. That's fading the breakout to me. I'm not in it yet anyway, so. I'm going to take a small risk there, see if it pushes up. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. No, I'm not. No. No. I kind of like the way it's fading this range. That's not giving me a chance anyway. Let me just see if it does come back up. It's clear range. It's a breakout of a range. I'm still thinking higher. Big bullish bar. Fade the breakout. Let's see what we can do here. I might have got it completely wrong. We'll see what happens. Just give it one extra tick. Sorry. Oh, shit. Don't do that. One extra tick. Come on, give me a bit of luck. I know it's going to be my day today. If we can push above here, then I might have half a chance. But it needs to go up quite strongly. It doesn't look like it's going to, does it? It doesn't. Come on, baby. Push up. Go on, push up. Come on, buyers. Come on, push up. I was trying to think where there'll be some shorts. There'll be some shorts. If we can get above here, then I think we're going to have a chance then. But we have had this range and we've clearly broken out of it. And a big bullish bar. Oh, yeah. No, I don't like the look of it. I don't like it. No, it's going to try and stop me out, I think. Come on, push up. Come on. Oh, dear. Bollocks. That was fading the breakout to me, but... it's not a good day today, is it? I'm misjudging something, aren't I? Let's have a look. 700 in the red kind of sounds nice about now. That's the trouble is on range days lately. Every time they go up, they stop at different bloody places. That's a problem. Oh dear me. Thank you, Jacko. Excuse me. I don't feel too bad, actually, considering. Three months ago, I'd have been drowning in my own tears, I think, but we've had a breakout of this and we've had a new high. It has had ample opportunities to go higher, hasn't it? And it just hasn't, has it? Two legs down. It hasn't come down strongly enough for me to think about taking a short yet. That's the trouble. No, I'm definitely not revenge trading. No, I'm just sitting here waiting for a setup. If I was revenge trading, I'd just be hitting those buttons there. Yeah, it's always a way, isn't it? Yeah, see, I don't understand why Max says he loves range days. Trouble is, we pushed up before, didn't we? We had a couple of legs up, we pushed up. Didn't even get back to the bottoms, did we? So... two legs down, we just short this. I think it's as good a place as any. If it, I'd say it's a hidden second entry short. If we can get another one up here, maybe. Looks like two legs down and a range to me. Channel to me, rather. So you aren't seeing it in real time. Don't know why. See if we can get a short here. Yeah, I don't understand that, mate. Yeah. I know they have 3 levels, PA and then live account. Okay, we've had a break. We can get another push up. Broader downtrend. Yeah, if we can get a good setup there, but I don't think we're going to. I think that's it, I think. I don't think we're going to get another push-up. I don't know, we might. You just can't take that one. It's an inside bar too. I like it to tick above there. Maybe it will. Maybe we'll get another push-up and someone else. We can get another push-up. I accidentally reset an evaluation. Just $200 from... you reset it. I think if you contact them, they should be able to sort it out for you. If it's a genuine mistake, it's definitely worth asking them. Yeah, just say you did it by accident. I don't know how you'd accidentally did it, but it's certainly worth giving them a call. I think generally they're okay. I've had a couple of problems before, and they've reset my account. I think my account's been reset twice over the last year and a half. Once Rhythmic did something else, and the other time, I don't know, I can't remember what the other time was, but they can do. They're usually pretty okay. Yeah, if you've got multiple counts showing there, yeah, you've got to be very careful you don't select the wrong one. Okay, so 2 pushes up. See if we can get something here. Possible a second entry short. Yeah, they still pay you, yeah. It's just that extra leg, isn't it? Evaluation first, then followed by a performance account just to see how you handle building money. And if you can manage to build money, they'll put you then onto a live account and they'll just copy your trades. I don't know what you've got to earn to do that or how many months you've got to go on, but I'm guessing that guy that withdrew the $100,000, I'm pretty sure they've got him on a live account. I don't think they'd be happy about paying $800,000 out of their profits without trying to make something in return. Yeah, there was something I was going to mention yesterday. Reference the trade copier. I did put a post on the Apex Facebook group saying apparently I was aware from somebody that it's possible for one of your copied accounts to trigger and not your lead account being maybe your PA account. And if that happened, it would leave you without a stop and a take profit. So it could potentially leave you exposed. And they didn't allow the comment. And stuff like that makes me nervous sometimes because obviously they didn't allow it because they didn't want people to hear that. And I think if there's a possible flaw that could happen, people need to be aware of it. And they certainly don't want to learn the hard way. So it frustrates me a little bit when Apex do that. Because don't get me wrong, I like Apex. I trade with them. But when I put a comment about that there's a possibility one of your copied trades could trigger and not your lead trade, I think they should really post it because it's just an issue that needs discussing and talking about. A little bit congested here, isn't it? Yeah, that's the bit that makes me a bit nervous about the trade copier. Kind of like how that falls, actually. See if we can get a bit of a... Ah, there you go. Yeah, I think it's few and far between. I don't think it often happens, does it? Excuse me a sec. I just let my dog in. I think he's going to whine otherwise. I think I read on Apex site not to submit questions about the comp. Yeah, see, why would you do that? It's almost like they know that there can possibly be a little bit of issue with it and they don't want people to know. Why would they not allow that comment I made about that I was aware that it could happen? You clearly don't want people to hear, and that's what just sometimes makes me a bit nervous. I'm not a fan of when people keep things keep things from you, especially when you're paying money. Not only are you buying not only have you paid for the trade copier, but you're potentially losing lots of accounts, lots of evaluations, and lots of PA accounts. Now, I believe it's very few and far between, and if it did happen, you could obviously just go into your positions. But I think things like that need to be addressed and not covered up, because if it's a simple fix, or it is a possibility but very highly unlikely, and you just literally right click in your positions and clear, then but I think I just think it's unfair if people are probably going to get caught out when these problems should have been addressed. And they remotely log into my computer and fix these issues. Yeah, it could be a copy of Replicante. Yeah, it does make you a bit nervous, doesn't it? I got to say. Hey Ting, morning. How you doing? Reseller copy trader, and they don't support it. Well, they should support it if they supply it. Yeah, I think if you market something and sell it, you should support it. Because I didn't realise, nobody mentioned, or there was, he never mentioned that you can accidentally have two open. He said basically you open it, do what you got to do, and away you go. And I did that. I kind of like this, the way that bar is. See how it finishes. I like the way that bar's finishing. Okay, if this loses, that is me for the day. This looks like a trend to me. We've had a break. Beautiful bearish bar. That's exactly how I like it. It is a bit congested here, but we've broken above that today, so we'll see what happens anyway. But if I lose that, that's it. I'm going to run away and cry, I think. But see if we can get some out of it. Anyway. If we can get a bit below it, then. It's been a horrible day today, isn't it? I'm not liking that already. I'm really not liking that. Oh dear. I'm not having a good feeling. In fact, I might just take that to above that swing high. It's 14 point, 4.5 point risk. My only saving grace is it's closed there. If this breaks a tiny bit higher and then comes bearish, that's the second entry short. I think it's worth the extra little risk. But if this... okay, so it's ticked above it. If it closes below it, it's a second entry short. I think we've had a breakout of this. I am expecting it to go lower. Oh, bollocks. No, I'm not having a good day, am I? I'm not having a good day. Oh, my God. Oh, dear. Yeah, why is a good question. Okay. I moved it because I thought I took it up to this previous swing high because it looks to me like we're in a downtrend and we've had a bit of a break of it. That's where I usually like taking them. I just took it up to the next previous high. That's a terrible day, shocking day. Yeah. Oh dear. Just wondering if we are going to try and tackle this high up here. Terrible day, shocking day. First trend there. Does that look a bit better, does it? What does that look like? Oh dear me. Yeah, it is. Worst day yet, this is. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Stop doing that. That looks like a better break. Let's see if we can get a little. Oh, just something I don't like about it. I did that, didn't I? So that channel works. So, I don't know. That doesn't seem to make any sense. So that sort of fits. Yeah, I think the only issue there is it's sideways, isn't it? Yeah, I think you're right, mate. So I took 2,000 out of it, didn't I? It's just under 4,000, so it would have been 6,000. So it's not the end of the world, is it? Reviewing your trades. Okay. Yeah. Trouble is, I'm not really a YouTuber. It doesn't so much interest me as such, because you've got to make videos then. This is the sort of closest I wanted to get to it, really. See, that's a failure, isn't it? But you wonder whether, yeah, it's just choppy as shit today, isn't it? Should have stopped at the 700, really. No, stop loss isn't at 26. It's just where I set it. What is it at the moment? Set at 14 ticks, but then I obviously adjust it accordingly. We're in this bit of a downtrend. I gave it a few extra ticks, just thinking it might tick above, stop me out, and then drop below. Sometimes it does that, and obviously it didn't. It's helped me out in the past sometimes out of a dodgy trade, which is why I did it. Okay, yeah, I think I'm best off packing it in for the day. Call that a really terrible day, worst day yet. Down $1,600. Oof, that's terrible, that is. Yeah, I'm going to have to pack it in today. That's the sensible thing to do. Okay. Bad day. Not thinking clearly. Clearly jumped in. It is a bit of a choppy day, but it's not a terrible day. I think I just made some stupid trades. Reducing your contract. I'd rather pack it in for the day than reduce the size, because to get back to where I was is going to take me a lot, and I'm still about $4,000 up. So I'm okay at the moment. So I'd rather just pack it in for the day. But I think that's a sensible thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a terrible day. I just took some poor trades, took some shockingly bad trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. Yeah, terrible trades. Screenshot. Yeah. Yeah, I'll mark it up in a minute. But yeah, I think that's definitely it for the day. Put that down to my worst day. It's, sometimes I'll have $1,000 day. So if I had one of those, that'd sort of get a lot of that back. So I've just got to put it down, walk away now. And so that's it for the day. Put that down to a shockingly bad day. I don't think the market was terrible. I just think I got trapped. And I just took some, see that lot where I got in there before, I should have just left that. That's clearly congested. Should have just left it. Same with the middle, pushing down, pull back. You'd expect to go lower. Congested, we drop lower a bit and then push back up. So yeah, it's just choppy as shit at the moment. So I'm just getting out of it for the day. So if you're carrying on trading, have a good day. But I appreciate all you guys hooking up to me, and we'll just put that down to the worst day so far. I mean, I had a $1,350 day the other day. So, and I've had quite a few $1,000 days. So, you can get it back in a couple of days. So we'll just put that down to a bad day and leave it at that, I think. So I appreciate all your comments. So it ain't about how you hit it. Keep moving forward. Yeah, it's knowing when to walk away, isn't it? Excuse me. It's knowing when to walk away, and this is clearly definitely the time. So I appreciate all you guys, and I will catch up with you same time tomorrow.